Hey, bitch. Listen, girl, we got to talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake. Girl, we got to get a claps up, get a claps up, get a claps up, get a claps up. Listen, them girls they did what they need to do, okay? They cut up in this episode, and we have got to talk about it because, girl, Brittany was gagged the hell out. Heather was exposed, and I loved it. I loved it, girl. We have got to talk about it. So make sure you're coming into the video. You are liking up the video, okay? And subscribing to the channel. Now let's talk about it. First of all, Angie opened up the episode because she's about to have an anniversary with her and her hubby. Can't remember how long. I feel like they've been married for 25 years. Don't quote me, but they're having an anniversary party, okay? Well, she invites all of the ladies, and she decided that she's going to theme this party mob wives because she felt as though it would be cute because Miss Meredith thought that she was a part of the Greek mafia. So she's like, okay, girl, I got you. Come to my, mob wives party. All right. Now, at some point, let me go and say this while it's on my mind. Meredith brings up the fact that her party wasn't really given the theme of like love and stuff. And I said, I kind of agree with Meredith just a bit because instead of you making your anniversary party more about you and your husband, I feel the theme was giving more about the other ladies. You know what I'm saying? More so mob wives, as if this was a party for them. You know, but just a little bit. So I see where she was coming from. And then you more so highlighted what she had to say. Saying you were a part of the Greek mafia. But anywho, I just want to highlight that the party was definitely nice, though, at the end of the day. So let's get to Lisa Barlow. She's surprised that she even received the invitation because her and Angie ain't really talked since they was in Milwaukee. So it's been some time, okay? She says that she's going through a lot, especially with her son being away, him being sick, them having to figure out what's going on with him. So right now, for her to learn from Heather that this girl was over there critiquing her parenting, she's like, it's just not the right time. Like, any time is a bad time to talk about my parenting, but right now I'm especially sensitive, knowing that I can't actively be a parent to my child that's all the way in another country or whatever, okay? So she's feeling a way about that, okay? Meredith and Whitney, they meet up, and Whitney immediately apologizes to Meredith, as she should, because you did get it wrong. I mean, hell, I even got it wrong. Like, Meredith did not start this. She may have helped spread it, but she did not start this. She didn't bring it to the group. It was Miss Lisa Barlow that brought it to the group. So you definitely owe Meredith an apology. She then goes on to tell her that she believes that Lisa brought this up intentionally to try to hurt her. Now, before she said that it was Lisa, she said, I feel like somebody brought this up intentionally to hurt me. And then Meredith was like, well, who would you think would want to hurt you? And I'm like, Meredith, stop playing. Who would you think would want to hurt her? You the one that sat down and heard it from Lisa first. Okay, but I guess you don't know that she knows that already. So, anywho, girl. So she tells her, and Meredith says that, listen, you need to make sure that your sources are credible because I would hate for you to put this off on this woman and accuse her of doing something that she may not have done. And then you got to turn around and apologize for it. Okay, so you might just want to be real careful and make sure your sources are right. And to hear Meredith say that makes me question, do you know who really did it? Do you believe that it wasn't Lisa, but you know who did feed this information? Don't know. All right. Meredith also said, listen, at the end of the day, BIT, I don't want shit to do with it, girl. Leave me out of it. All right. She says that she feels like Whitney is trying to get her on her side to go against Lisa. And I said, well, in this moment, I don't think that's what she was trying to do. Now, when she met up with Angie and they were over there talking to you at the hockey game, talking about Lisa, and more so for me, it was Angie saying, are you sure you could trust her, especially after she sat up there and said so much stuff about you? So I feel like maybe in that moment, yes, but in this sit down, I don't think that's not what I'm getting for Whitney in this moment, okay? Anywho, there's that. Let's get to Mary and Robert Jr. because Robert Jr. ain't been answering her call. She been blowing him up, checking up on him. He's feeling like he a grown man. He ain't got to answer the call. He out there with his wife, but he's still at the house with his mama, okay? Mary still treats this boy, like he is a baby when he's grown at this point. I don't know if he's over 25 yet, okay? Because I still be feeling like they babies just a little bit, okay? When they under 25. But he did go off, get married and stuff. And she, to me, is trying to blame the girl, saying that ever since this little girl came into his life, he's changed. And I'm like, Some of that could potentially be true, but then at the same time, I need you to accept the fact that your son makes a lot of his decisions because that's what the fuck he wants to do. Okay, it's to me no different than a person trying to tell you about your child and you trying to say he would never. And it's like, are you sure? So I don't like that she's putting it off on that young lady like it's all her, as if your son ain't doing this stuff on his own. Okay. So, anywho, she's, to me, is in a tight spot because her son clearly needs help. And I'm like, with you being a pastor, like, do you know anybody like in your ministry or something that help out individuals such as your son that you could go to and talk to them? And even just outside of you being a pastor and you just knowing people, is there anybody that, could probably give you some help when it comes to him? Because he definitely needs it. But here's the other part. He has to be open to receiving any help and assistance that may come his way. Right. And also, I feel like she's in a tight spot because I don't think she wants him to fall back from her any further than what he has. You know what I'm saying? She may feel like if I get him additional help right now, he already barely talks to me. And if I were to try to force that on him, maybe he'll talk to me even less. So I think that's one of the reasons why she may still kind of baby him. Just like she said, he's still her baby. Like, yeah, no matter the age, our parents are always going to feel like we their babies, period. But I feel like she babies him out of fear of losing him, And she said that he's safer at home. And she feels that way because she can at least keep an eye on him and see what he's doing and kind of monitor him and stuff or whatever. So she's really in a tight ass spot. Just a bit. And I do feel like she can't do this by herself, and she's definitely going to need some assistance. And I am wondering, where is that husband at? Is he even in the house? And what is his thoughts on all of this as well, So I don't know. Very sad situation for Miss Mary. But hopefully she can, things get better for her and her son. Okay. But let's get to Miss Bronwyn. Bronwyn pops up at Mary's house. Mary really irritated me when she went open that door up for that lady to get that damn flower in that house. I said, Mary, now I know it's cold outside, but can you at least let the door open a little bit more to get Bronwyn in? Do you not want her to come in? What's going on? So Bronwyn is over there trying to tell Mary about the latest updates about her daughter and her daughter meeting her grandparents for the first time and them not being around and stuff. But Mary kind of deboned the conversation from Bronwyn, I do feel. She snatched the conversation and starts talking about how her kid, her son, didn't get to meet his grandparents and stuff because everybody, has passed away. And when they would have grandparents day and stuff, he would ask to stay home because he didn't have that. So she kind of deboned that conversation from Bronwyn just a little bit. And we learned that the reason Mary is the way that she is with her son just a little bit is because her mother lacked in parenting, okay? She said they could afford things. They had the money for things. It's just that her mother wouldn't do it. She'd rather run up behind men and be behind men and stuff instead of taking care of her kids, okay? So that was an issue. And she felt like when she moved into the role of being a mom, she was going to make sure that her son never wanted for anything, okay? Period. All right, so that's that. Bronwyn tells her about not feeling Heather. So they talk about that and how she feels like Heather is keeping up SHI amongst the ladies, especially Angie and Lisa. Mary says, I agree, okay, because that BITCH is two-faced, and I clocked her the other day when we was hanging out. Okay, I see what she does. She leaves behind a trail of lies. She's full of okay? She likes chaos and turmoil. Lisa, that's who you need to watch, okay? I've told you that before. So, anywho, that's the conversation they had. Now it's time for the party. This is what I loved about this party, okay? It was so many different things, but let me highlight this. This party took up half of the episode. It was in that moment that I should have known, okay, now we got some action. Because of the fact that it started in the middle of the hour-long episode and it just took over the rest of it. Usually parties may happen like towards the end and then it'll pick up briefly at the beginning of the next episode. No, baby, they gave us a lot and I was here for it, okay? Make sure y'all liking up this video as we talk about this party. So, of course, the ladies are arriving and I think Bronwyn may have gotten there first, then Heather, but I don't think Bronwyn really spoke to Heather. I can't recall, but I don't think they really talked. So Meredith was over there. Meredith came, and of course, she was greeted by Angie's husband after Angie's husband said he did not want her in their house or nothing like that. But I like that he was respectful when she came. He welcomed her into his home. It's all good. Okay. So I can respect that. Okay. What else? Meredith has a conversation with Whitney, and she tells Whitney, you really need to talk to Lisa. Okay. It was given, you need to tell her before I do. You need to have a conversation with her because I'm not trying to be in the middle of nothing y'all got going on because I just might end up telling her if you don't. So Whitney is a little stressed. She's already nervous about me, running into Lisa and having this conversation and stuff. But she's going to have the conversation. And I'm like, dang, do we have to have this conversation at this lady's house? Really? Yes, we do, because we need some more action. Absolutely. Have the conversation in her house. Yes. So then Brittany showed up with a new man named Aaron. Now, let me tell y'all, to me, Aaron looks better than Jared in my personal. Aaron was giving her all the things that she wanted. PDA, kissing on her, holding her hand, got his arm around her the whole night, making her feel comfortable. But see, this is the thing. When some guys give the women what they looking for, they don't be wanting that guy. They may feel like he ain't cute enough or something about his swag is different, but he's meeting most of the needs of what you say you want. But because Jerry got that Osmond name and may be a bit taller or whatever, I don't know if they was the same height or not, and he be doing you bad, that's what you want, because I feel like she wants to conquer, like, the person that doesn't want her. And I think that may have something to do with her past or her growing up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not feeling wanted or something by her parents, so she's going after this person that is not emotionally available to her for real. And I guess she feels like if she conquers him in his love, that she'll be a queen or something. I don't know what's going on in Brittany's head, but that's what she wants. She wants the guy that often rejects her, okay? Anywho, she said that she met Aaron on a dating app, honey. She says as soon as her and Jared breaks up, she likes to get on the app and find her a new man immediately, sometimes 3 a night. She's a busy girl. Now, I see how that tried to come off, Miss Brittany, if you trying to hype it up like, I just bounced on to the next one. But that's really not a good thing, because to me, it seems like you don't know how to be alone. And because you don't know how to be alone and really know what you want for real, you be running into these same type of niggas. But good luck, girl. Okay. What else? Mary done walked over there to the man to say hello and talk about some, hey, Jared. I fell out. I said, Mary, no, you did, girl. That is not that man. That is not that man. And for you to be a person that be tired of hearing about his ass and don't want to have nothing to do with what Brittany got going on with her relationships, why would you walk up there so ready and happy to meet this man? Girl, no. It was hilarious. So then she leaves, all embarrassed, goes and talks to Meredith about it, and tries to get Meredith to go up there and call him Jared too, so she don't have to be the only person up there embarrassed. Girl, Meredith said, baby, I need to Google this, honey. Said, no, baby, I need to Google this. So I just run up on a nigga like that, girl. You ain't finna get me at it. Too funny. So Angie's dad, he gives a speech. Angie and them give a speech. Dad gives a speech. And let me tell y'all, they was giving us flashbacks. I did not know Angie's dad, or maybe I forgot. I don't recall her dad being a single dad taking care of all them damn kids. Jeez Louise, okay? Shout out to him. But also, he talked about his first time meeting her husband and stuff, and girl, they flash back, and baby, I see why. Angie was all on that man, okay? Because he was definitely giving fine, in my opinion. He was giving Heath Ledger. I had the biggest crush on Heath Ledger back in the day, especially after 10 Things I Hate About You, one of my favorite movies, okay? So, listen, that man was giving Heath Ledger, and I was like, yes, girl. I'm with you. I understand. I get it. I mean, and he's not bad on the eyes now, but he definitely was a sight to see back then. So we get it, Miss Angie, honey. Anywho, Bronwyn tells Angie about Heather being messy, okay, and keeping a wedge in between she and Lisa. Now, I was here for it. Now, I know I have been feeling a way about Miss Heather running behind and telling people stuff, and different situations where I may not have supported people, running and spreading other folks' information. But bitch, I was here for this. I said, yes, Bronwyn, I am walking with you. Where would you like to go? I'm going. Okay. Bronwyn goes over there. She gives Angie a heads up about Heather being messy as hell. And I said, tell it. Let's talk about it. I loved it. And I was so glad to see Bronwyn clock what it is that we see as viewers. Like, she's being messy as hell, and I love that the producers are showing it exactly as it's playing out. Like, okay, so do you see what I see? We see you, Heather. You're not giving us none of your storyline, but you spreading stuff amongst everybody else, okay? Instigator. So I love that, all right? She says Heather starts fires and she likes to watch them burn. I said facts. Absolutely. So in the midst of that, Brittany over there kissing on Aaron and stuff like that. Aaron all over her. She loves it. Brittany tells Meredith that she wasn't mad at her. They do have a talk. She says, I wasn't mad at you. And I'm like, are you sure? Because you damn sure told Lisa you was mad at her. Now she said she was just in her feelings because of the breakup and everything, that happened with old boy. Okay, so there's that. Lisa, so as they're talking, Mary comes over. She jumps into the conversation, and Mary's like, "What y'all talking about?" It was like, "Oh, we talking about you." Then they said, "Hey, just kidding, girl. We not talking about you. I forgot you gonna see this on camera." Listen, girl, we was talking about some things, but I want to talk about the fact that you was about to jump down my throat the other day when we was hanging out. And Mary said, "That's because whenever I express my grievances, you like to always take the side of the other person, and I don't like that. I don't like that. So I had to call you out about that, okay?" Mary, Lisa is like, well, I feel like you were saying things that were really hurting Heather. So at the end of the day, if she is saying something that hurts Heather's feelings, it has nothing to do with you because ain't nobody talking to you. Okay, it's between Heather and Mary, period. So then Heather comes over there. Mary says what she needs to say to her face. She says Heather leaves behind a trail of lies. You always lying. Heather says, I don't be lying. I'm not a liar. She's like, yes, you are. If you don't want me to do that, then Beyonce, you need to quit lying or whatever. Heather says, Mary, that's very hurtful. It's very, very hurtful. And I don't like that you do that. So they over there just doing all of this. And then Lisa's like, okay, so are you done? Like, have you said everything you need to say to us? And she was like, yeah, I think so, I guess. I mean, it depends on what y'all say back to me. I mean, you say something to me, I'm gonna come back at you. But I mean, if y'all done, then I guess I'm done too. Well, then can we hug it out? And Mary's like, oh, I don't do that. Scoot back just a little bit. Don't put your hands on me, girl. I'm not ready for all of that right now. You bitches is fake, and I'm not in the mood to act fake with y'all right now. So I don't know. So well, okay. So that's what that was given. All right, now let's get to Angie. Angie talks with Heather. She confronts her, and Heather tells her that she was making digs at Lisa. Like, girl, you was making digs at Lisa. Okay, like I don't think that was cool. Okay, I feel like you ain't got her back no more. I feel like it's deeper than what's being on the surface. I don't know what's going on with you, but girl, it's not cool. So Angie tells her, well, girl, don't you think that's being a little messy and flip floppy? And I said, well, Angie, although I'm with you. But girl, I do have to moonwalk a few episodes back, okay? When Lisa had told you she didn't like how you was acting with telling her tea over there to Miss Whitney, and that it was giving flip floppy. Remember when Lisa said you was flip flopping, and now you over here in your feelings because Heather over here flip flopping? See, this is why I have to be on the side of everybody and not just one person, because at different times, different things make sense, okay? All right, so I'm with you on clocking Heather and her messiness, because it is giving trying to drive a bigger wedge between y'all, but at the same time, you don't like it when it's you now. Okay, okay, it's giving a little piece of comical. So anywho, Heather asked Bronwyn, because she goes over there like, let's go talk to Bronwyn. And then Andrew said, well, let's do it then. Let's go talk to her. So Heather asked Bronwyn, why is she getting in her relationship with Angie and her? I said, no, you didn't. Not you sat up here and asked this woman why she getting in the middle of y'all situation when you're getting in the middle of her situation with Lisa. Even if she is coming to you, you could draw the line and not share information back and forth. So it's funny because now what you did, you don't like that somebody else doing it to you. Everybody is hilarious on the cast, okay? Very comical. So anywho, Heather tells Bronwyn that she's out of line, and Bronwyn says, oh girl, I'm not out of line. I'm never out of line, girl. The problem is, see, you think you so far ahead of the line that you think you in charge of the girls, and you really not, BIT. That's your motherfucker. Yeah, it is. That's your problem. You giving messy. That's what, and I'm gonna call you out like I see it, okay? And I saw your card the day that you did not have my back, but you wanted to run and go tell Whitney something about me, and you didn't have my back, girl. I'm on your ass for the rest of the days of this episode. Understand? Don't, because you're not in charge of. Now you might be in charge of these girls, okay? Now you might run them and tell them what it is, okay? And they may not be able to see through your shit all of these seasons, but girl, I have barely been here, and I see you for your works, okay? And I'm just letting you know that your work's not gonna work on me. It's not gonna go down. It's not gonna go down. Not over here, baby. Okay, Bronwyn. Ooh, yes. I'm here for Bronwyn, y'all. That's my girl. I didn't know if I would be, but I am here. And it's weird because it's giving a bit of a breakout star just a little bit, even though she, like, it ain't like she started in the beginning with the ladies, but she's having a breakout season for me. The vulnerability, the honesty, the clockation. Like, girl, I'm here for it. Okay, I'm here for it. What else we got? So Jerry Osmond, girl, this man decided to, just when we thought that we was really like, yes, Heather and Bronwyn and sat up there and went in on Heather. Oh snap! Wait a minute, what's happening, girl? We see Jerry. Girl, I had to pause and start clapping. I was like, who did this? This is everything. Like, I'm screaming. This is like, like, y'all thought Britney gasped. Baby, I was gasping too. Like, what is going on? Huh? Who invited this man? Do you know that this is somebody's anniversary party and we never knew you to know Angie or her man? But because her man does a lot of people's hair, I wasn't sure if maybe there was some connection. Child, please. After we saw Miss Britney over there looking shook the fuck out. I mean, shook the hell out. Once Lisa said, do you know who just walked into the door? She was like, oh, okay, about to drop everything on her, including her panties, honey. When she saw this man walk through the door, child, we find out that Justin is just as messy as his wife. We find out just as messy as was the one to invite this man. Gonna sit up there and tell him, hey, Brittany's here. You should pull up. First of all, sir, did you get permission from the house owners to invite Mr. Osmond to the house? The disrespects, okay? But let me tell you, you clocked in on that day. You made sure Whitney was gonna get her checks on that day, honey. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So he pops up, and Miss Britney over there starts crying and stuff. Heather and Whitney laughing at her ass, and me too. Lisa says that, girl, if I were you, I would tell him to leave. And I said, Lisa, shut up. Shut up. You better say nothing. You know why? Because that BITCH sat up there and wanted to be mad at you for her own actions, in my opinion. Always coming back telling y'all everything about Jerry, but don't want y'all to have an opinion or none of that. So listen, don't tell her that. Don't just watch it. Just watch her explode and whatever else, but don't give her no advice. Let her be the fool that she has been. Don't even say nothing. Okay? Anywho. Jerry says that he didn't mean to come interrupt her day. I said, boy, shut the hell up. That's exactly what you came to do. We saw the messages. You came to disrupt her stuff. You felt the way. You need to stop playing games. Either you want her or you don't. Girl, it's giving Tia and Tamara. What she said, it's these games you keep playing. One day you want them, the next you don't. One day you're into them, the next you're over them. You're not mad because you think I like Tyreek. You mad because you still do. Okay? That's what's going on. That's what you got going on, Mr. Jerry. Make a decision. What do you want to do? Okay? Damn. Anywho, so he talking about he ain't coming to interrupt her date. Brittany asked him, why are you here? I said, to be messy. Because he damn sure ain't there to try to save you. For real, for real. He's there to make your life more in shambles than what they already are. Okay? That's what he's trying to do. But he does go on to tell her that he misses her. But you had to know that she was there with a date. So you came there just to let her know that you missed her, but not to come there to sweep her up off her feet or nothing. Oh, she says, see, this is the part that be confusing me because I be trying to move on from you, but then you show up with this type of energy. But then even with you showing up with this type of energy, you really ain't telling me nothing that I really trying to hear for real. So I don't know what the hell to do. And he said, well, you ain't got to know. Let's go ahead and go back inside because you the one that got a date. So I'm like, okay, Jerry, I don't know. He got to go. He's just too damn confusing, okay? And Jared must have some good DICK because I can't. The shambles he got her in is crazy. Anywho, Mary over there talking to Aaron, trying to get a little piece of the tea, trying to find out when they met. And he gonna say, oh, we met like a month ago. I don't believe that. That's what he say. I feel like it could have been longer, but anywho. Lisa and Whitney, they go talk, okay? So Whitney asked her about her necklace. And she was like, girl, you know you left your necklace behind? And she was like, yeah, I know that. I mean, it was accidentally. She was like, oh, so it was accidentally and not intentionally. She was like, yeah, girl, it was given accident. I said, Lisa, stop lying. We could be honest right here. It's okay to tell her, BITCH, I left it behind because I wasn't fucking with you. Okay? And you know that. You know that, right? So then Whitney tells her about the info that she learned. Now, Whitney did not accuse her just yet. She just was telling her about the information that she learned, okay? As she's telling her what she learned about her jewelry line, Lisa immediately blows up. The fact that Lisa blew up made me think, one, are you guilty? Because based on this blow up, could you at least let her accuse you? Because Whitney was like, "Girl, I ain't even accuse you yet. I'm just telling you what it is that I heard. So why are you blowing up? Like, you blowing up so immediately and going off is giving guilty. Okay." But also, by the time Lisa yelled at her the last time and said, "I didn't do this to you," I'm like, okay. One, she did not accuse you, but she did ask you. So when when things didn't go your way, you don't try to bash your friends through the blogs or whatever. And she was like, "No." I'm also wondering if Lisa feels like, well, you ain't got to accuse me. I know you. I know how you move, and you're going to be moving in a direction of blaming me, and I'm trying to stop you right there. Like, bitch, wrong road. Don't go down that road like it wasn't me. So I don't know what to take from it, but what I will say is this, Whitney. Whether Lisa did it or not, I do feel like you're not going to get the truth. If she did do it, she's not going to tell you she did. Okay? And if she didn't do it, she didn't do it, and you may not be willing to believe that she did it. I don't know, but I feel like take it for face value and be on some touche type shit. I said what I said about you as a villain. You did what you did about my business, even though it ain't stopping a damn thing. So we'll let bygones be bygones and just keep it pushing. All right? And start with a clean slate and then go from there, in my personal, okay? Now, Lisa goes to the extreme, calls cybersecurity, wants to start a lawsuit, this and that. I'm going to send you a bill. Just saying all kind of stuff to Whitney, when it comes to this situation. All right. Then she includes her husband, where I feel like Lisa was wrong, in my opinion. First, like, you did it with Angie, bringing up Electra. Now you bringing Whitney's husband into it, and I feel like y'all beef should have been y'all beef. I understand you're frustrated with her, but even with Whitney being frustrated with you, she ain't saying that to your husband. So you go over there and talk about some Justin. How do you deal with this? She's a liar. So he's like, she's not a liar. Yes, she is. She is a fucking liar. And he's like, of course he's going to defend his wife. You're calling her a liar in front of everybody. So he's like, she's not a liar, Lisa. So as he's kind of walking towards her husband is like, yo, bro, you need to chill. Like, back up off my wife. Now, I don't think that her husband was really wrong in telling him to back up. But I will say that Justin's tone did not change. He kept the same tone, but the problem was that he did not stand in his place. He took a step forward like he's going after her. And I think Sean, I think that's the name, I'm not sure the name of Lisa's husband, I can't remember. But Lisa's husband, I think he saw that. And I think he had every right to tell him, like, bro, you need to chill out. Like, just, it's cool. Like, whatever, let them have their thing, okay? Because honestly, her husband was laughing at the shit earlier. Like, I think he was laughing like, why do they always do this? Like, why does it always have to get like this? But anywho, he was laughing when she was over there talking to Whitney and stuff. I don't think he knew she was going to come over to the husband and say what she said, and damn sure didn't expect him to say anything. Next thing you know, we hear Whitney's husband talking about how he was for the pound the man. I'm like, girl, now see, this done went left. Now y'all over there having to grab y'all husbands, and the husband's about involved in the bullshit that y'all got going on. But of course her husband's going to say that she's not lying because he was sitting right there when she learned the information that she learned, okay? So what it sounded like on the call, and correction, because I thought that Adam was from the VL podcast, but people told me no, it's Up and Adam, the YouTuber, okay? So shout out to him. But I'm confused because it sounded like he was saying that it was Lisa that did this, but then people in the comments said that Adam has said that it was not Lisa that did this. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but regardless of what the hell is going on, I feel like it should be a touche. BIT, you got me, I got you, let's move on. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. But that's just where I'm at with it. You guys leave your thoughts and comments down below. I know you're going to do that anyway, because that's just how y'all is, okay? I'm Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like Soldier Ray. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.